Hello crafty friends, it's Komenda here. Welcome in the next tutorial I prepared for you. Today I'm going to show you how to make a layout with mixed media background and a lot of die-cutted florals. I am starting with 12 by 12 watercolor paper sheet and I am applying a layer of a deep blue color. This is the shimmer brush pen from scrapbook.com. As you can see, it has a very saturated and rich color, so you can easily dilute it with water without even losing the intensity. So I'm just adding a little bit of water, and this pen has a lot of shimmer. It comes in a very handy brush pen, so you can paint directly from it. But the color was a little bit too dark for me, so I decided to just add water to make it a little bit less intense. But the shimmer will still be there because, as I said, there is a lot of shimmery powder inside, so it will still shine beautifully. And I just created this kind of an abstract background, and after it's dry, I am just splattering it with a lot of a little bit of water and the brush, because I want to add a little bit of texture into this kind of a solid navy color. And as you can see, it moves water beautifully. The water moves the ink beautifully, and you can remove the color with a little bit of tissue paper. So this is how my background looks, and I will be adding some flowers. I am using a lot of blue shades of smooth cardstock papers from scrapbook.com. They come from a variety of paper pads. Just pick and choose colors you like, and I will be using those shape dies. They are called Market Bloom Florals, and I chose I don't think all of the flowers, most of the flowers, and some leaves and greenery, and I will be cutting them out later. And I chose, I think, 5 or 6 flowers. And this is my little trick I'm going to share with you. I align them in a bulk, just the way I want them to fit on the paper. And then I'm taking a little bit of, this is the masking tape, blue tape, whatever you like to call it. You can use extra white washi or a few strips of washi. And I connect all the dies together. This way, when I add new sheet of paper in different color, I just move all the dies right away. I do not have to rearrange them later. So I'm just removing the flowers from the sheet, and I am ready to roll with different color. And I like to kind of create a bulk of flowers first, then use whatever I like on the project I'm working with, and leave extra flowers from future project, maybe for a leftover card, or sometimes my daughter scrapbooks with me, so she just play with the leftovers this way. She has all the grown-up stuff, exactly what I am using, and I don't have to make extra for her when I'm busy with my own project. So I rolled few times. I of course didn't record everything with different colors, and now I'm doing exactly the same with leaves and branches. So I'm arranging them the way I like them to come on the paper, again combining all of them together with one piece of masking tape, and I'm rolling it with a die cutting machine. I am using those very handy boxes. They are easy to nest one on top of another. They are slim, so you can add a lot of on your desk, and they help me organize my work when I scrapbook. So I always have everything what I need on hand. Like when I'm die cutting, I put dies there, so I'm not looking for them all over the desk under the papers, because I tend to lose my dies so often. So all the die cutting is done. Now some of the flowers come with 2 layers, so I'm combining the layers together. As you can see, I didn't cut out the middle parts of the flowers yet. and it's on purpose because they are tiny. You can easily lose them on your desk. So what I usually like to do is to glue down all the flowers to the project, and then after I know how many inner parts I need to add, I'm just adding them at the very end, and this is what I will do here later. You will see me doing that, and I will add a yellow insides of the flowers. So all the flowers are assembled together, and now I am ready to put them on my page. I am using this one picture of my daughter on the blue background, so it will match the blue background perfectly. First, I need to add a layer of cardboard to add a little bit of dimension under my page. I think, yeah, I'm adding 2 layers of cardboard to raise it more above the surface. So I'm just adding glue and combining 2 layers of cardboard, and then I'm adding everything under the picture, but I'm not using glue not to wet my picture so it will not warp. I'm using double-sided sticky tape and then gluing it down. I don't know, I used 3 different glues all over here, sorry for confusion, because the first one has the precision tip added, and it's really good for smaller designs, but for bigger surfaces it takes ages to press it on the surface. That's why I reached for the red glue. And now the time is for arranging all of my flowers. So I'm just picking different shades of blue here and there, starting with the biggest flowers because they take the most space, so you need a lot of space for them, and then I am filling spots with smaller and smaller flowers. And when I will be happy with how the flowers look on my background, I will reach for the greenery, and when everything will be arranged, I will start gluing things down. Some of them will be glued down with just a drop of glue in the middle of the flower because I still want the petals to kind of create dimension, and some of them will be glued down with 1 layer of foam, or maybe sometimes 2 if the flower is really on top of everything. So they will be dimensional as always when it comes to my projects. So I'm happy with the flowers. Of course, you can rearrange them a little bit when you add leaves and you need more space for leaves. It's all up to you. I have 3 shades of leaves. One this yellowy green, one dark green, and one in the middle green, I would say. So I'm just arranging them here and there, choosing the leaves I want. I cutted out some branches with leaves too, but I'm not sure I will use them. Of course, I will not use all of them because I have an extra cut it out. It's easier to cut in bulks than to put out the machine and cut few leaves only later. I'm too lazy to do that. So this is the time for mixing, matching, playing, combining, thinking, and after everything will be arranged, which is in this video in few seconds, I will glue everything down, and I will do it off camera because it's a long, tiring and boring process. Yeah, so everything is glued down, and now it's the part that I mentioned before with adding the inner parts of the flowers. Some of them are already here, and I'm just counting how many I want, and I'm just cutting down one part of them, gluing them down, then cutting another part. That's why I have this little machine on my desk. It's not as big as the Platinum 6 machine, so it's easy to have both layout and die cutting machine on my desk. And again, I grouped my dies using the piece of the masking tape, so I don't have to kind of make sure that they do not fall out, they do not move while cutting. It's easier this way. And I'm just adding there are 6 of them, but I do not need all 6 of them because some flowers are already filled. I used less of them, so I'm just throwing away the extra pieces. Layout is almost done, but I still need to add title, and I found those quite old. I don't even remember which collection they were from. I would bet it's one of the Shimmery collections, And yeah, I would bet like 90% that there are from older shimmer collections, but you can of course use whatever you want. They are like iridescent on top of the pink foam, and I'm also adding some blue buttons from my stash. They are just, I don't know what company they are from. They are just the random buttons that I had on my desk that, you know, when I'm almost running out of the buttons from particular packaging, I just put them all together. And here are some puffy stickers from Sweet Story collection from Crate Paper. I just like the colors matches the colors limited color palette that I used, like blue, navy and yellow, and I'm just adding few here and there to add some more interest to the page. Really small elements, and I'm finishing everything with iridescent stars that come with the same sheet as my title, so there will be more shine than only the title, which is just a little accent. You don't see it right now because it reflects the light, but it looks really nice when the page is finished. And here is the last step. I am using this last marker. It's similar one than with the shining fluid inside, but this one has like an acrylic paint or something, and when you splash with it, it doesn't look that white, but when it's dry, it gives like wonderful enamel like white drops on your project that covers even the darkest papers. It really looks nice, and yeah, you can see it on the close-ups that it's truly visible, and you can see the beautiful shine of the navy deep blue brush marker in the background. And I really love how this page turned out. I love the colors. I'm a big fan of blue. Of course, I will list every product I use in the description box, but maybe not every, but most of the products that count here. Here are some other videos you may like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications to never miss any new video. And thank you so much for staying with me, spending your precious time with me, and see you soon on some other video. Bye!